of Iowa, what? All right, you mentioned is Ferrari a real possibility in Iowa next year?
Absolutely. In fact, you would say it actually makes sense he would go. But let me bring up a big name right now. And he says, by the way, who I'm talking about is Mitchell Messenbrink, which I think is on the level of Cody Chittum. And I probably said that name wrong. But Messenbrink says, I'm going to a school that I think can improve me. Now, if he ends up at Iowa, all I'm saying is just a lot of talk going on out there. A lot of talk. Because you cannot convince me Iowa overachieved at this Nationals or any of the past 12 Nationals.
Nah.
Am I wrong?
They had one wrestler this year, I would argue. Nelson Brands overachieved.
Okay.
Outside of Nelson Brands, we got Spencer Lee. We got Real Woods. Yikes. I mean,
wow. I called that, though. I called that.
Yeah. You picked the Liras.
By the way, before I got to say, yep, I was right about Spencer losing. I was right about Alirez beating Woods. But I can name as many that I was wrong about. Yeah. I said Kirk Levitt would win this year.
Something happened with Kirk, man. I don't know about that. But anyway, who's Iowa losing next year?
Well, they lose Spencer, they lose Murin, and they lose Warner. Okay? So, like I said, and I don't know if, this whole, we'll know by then with the AJ thing, is he in jail or is he... And we'll also know, will the Ferraris team up, which I suspect they will.
Oh, yeah.
And
that family is tight-knit. They are sticking together. If one goes to Iowa, they're both going to Iowa.
I'm going to just tell you, I fully expect them to end up Hawkeyes.
Yeah.
No, I fully expect them to end up...
Iowa Cornhuskers?
Iowa Cornhuskers.
All right,
that's right.
Are they the biggest challenge to Penn State in 2024? Because it's pretty clear Penn State's the favorite.
Yeah, Penn State's the favorite. I mean,
who is
Missouri's there?
Michigan? They got a freshman class?
Nebraska. Why am I having a brain fart about the Nebraska stud that sat out this year? It'll hit me as soon as we turn that camera off. But he was in the finals. You all know who I'm talking about. Anyway.
All right. So
you guys sit in front of the camera and try to remember all these cooter names.
Say the clear challenge to Penn State next year is going to be Iowa. They're going to get them Ferrari
they ain't going
boys.
They ain't going nowhere.
They got recruits coming in.
They got money.
Penn State don't have.
They got money galore. They got a system now that we can go buy a wrestler. But
all right. I'll tell you what's happening. I was buying wrestlers. Penn State's buying refs. You saw them.
No.
You saw them championships.
No.
Every time that boy threw a brick, they got it back.
I'm going to say, this might just be me, but Angel, who are a good buddy, Angel.
I'm so sick of talking about Angel Rivera. What?
Angel Rivera, you're an Iowa fan. Okay. And I see that, Angel.
All
You're
right.
not. Why do you think Iowa keeps saying,
review?
come over here and do our matches?
And what was the 5-minute segment there? He purposely delayed a 5-minute review in the finals.
I think it was longer than that.
Just so we can look at Angel's face for 5 minutes, dude. I said, what match was that? I said, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, well, that's the NCAA. That whole system, that was ridiculous. But so was Angels counting. That was 4 points. Come on, Iowans.
They gave him, didn't they?
Yeah, they gave him, but not by Angel didn't want to give it. A daggone, he went for the swipe and the last fourth swipe, and
he is always out.
I can't do it to my mind.
I gotta move.
My Iowa.
I gotta put my arms down and move. What?
I tell you what, Alirez and Woods will be a barn burner next year, but you just never know with these wrestlers. You have like a Vito come up, and who was talking Vito? Well, I did mention Vito might beat Fix.
You mentioned that. I'll give you credit on one other one you called O'Toole. Didn't you? No, you called it.
I called it O'Toole Carr, and it ended up Carr O'Toole.
So you couldn't have been more wrong.
You couldn't have been more wrong.
Did wrestling give you a bad shoulder? Now you're having trouble sleeping at night. Tired of dealing with the constant pressure on your shoulders? Well, if you're in the 125-pound bracket this weekend, you will soon enough.
But don't worry, the solution is here.
Let me introduce you to the Medcline pillow, made specifically to take the pressure off of your shoulders. I mean, just look at this. Just put your arms right through the hole. Designed by Dr. Carl Medler, a medical professor at UCSD.
So no matter what's on your mind, the weight won't be on your shoulders at night anymore.
I have a bad shoulder and acid reflux. The Medcline pillows give me the best sleep of my life. I used to wake up acid refluxing all over the place, but not anymore.
Dom Sands.
Yeah, that's right, mate.
Are you sure you're not Tom Brands?
I have no idea who that is.
What are you doing in Pennsylvania? Are your shoulders bad from dragging Pennsylvania wrestlers to Iowa?
Look, I'm just here because I got a lot of pressure, okay? And the Medcline pillow, it helps me sleep at night. But we got a lot of work to do.
I mean, we have a lot of work to do.
So go to medcline.com now to start improving your sleep and improving your life.
And exclusively now, folks, help improve Iowa wrestling by entering promo code Iowa at checkout to pay double our standard price.
Proceeds will help support recruiting Pennsylvania wrestlers to Iowa University. BEG Wrestling. Like and subscribe.